Kim Davis has been in the news for the past few weeks. In case some of you have been living under a rock, Kim Davis is the Kentucky clerk who has denied marriage license to everyone in an effort to not give same-sex couples a license to marry. Kim Davis said that it goes against her religious belief to do so. And as you see this picture here, this is Kim Davis telling someone she's not going to give them a license. Basically, Kim Davis not doing the job in which she was elected to do. And then you have Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz, two people who are running for the nation's highest office, who, if they win that office, will be sworn to protect the Constitution. Basically telling people now that they're not going to protect the Constitution or their constitutional rights, particularly if they don't agree with what a certain religious group has to say about that. Now, there are a lot of religious right, a lot of Christians who are saying that Kim Davis's religious liberties are under attack, that she shouldn't have to go against God's word to fulfill her governmental job. But here's the thing that a lot of these people don't seem to understand. You see, this is God's holy word. This is the Holy Bible. And this one in particular, yes, my mother-in-law gave me this book. You can see my name, Curtis E. Baldwin, is on this book. So I've read this book, and I read it front to back, cover to cover. And I have not seen anywhere in this book that it says that thou must have a marriage license in order to get married. There's nowhere in there. You see, God doesn't issue marriage license. God doesn't require you to have a marriage license in order to get married. The government does. The government requires you to have a marriage license in order to get married, not God. So you see, when Kim Davis took the oath, if she had an objection to doing something that God doesn't require, that was the time to make that rejection known, or make that thought known. And then that was the time for her to say, I can't hold that job because you guys require your marriage license. My God doesn't say anything about marriage license. People should be able to get married without having to get a marriage license. That was the time for Kim to make that assertion. And when she did not, then what she was saying was that she was able to do the job that she was elected to do, which was to issue marriage license, right? And if the government, who requires marriage license, now decides to give marriage license to people of the same sex who desire to get married, then Kim has to do a job. Marriage license has absolute nothing to do with God. It has everything to do with the government. And the government says, you got to have a license. And now the government says that same-sex couples can now get that license. Has absolutely nothing to do with Kim Davis's religious beliefs. And Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz, who instead of explaining that to their constituents or the people who are supporting them, they are flaming the flames. Flaming the fire. Catering. Getting people all upset who shouldn't be upset. Riling up people who shouldn't be riled up. And encouraging people who just want to seek and destroy anyway and cause ruckus. Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz should know better. I suspect Kim Davis should know better as well. All right. This has absolutely nothing to do with religious freedom. Kim Davis knows that. Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz damn well should know that. And they do. But they catering. They want votes. Or, I'm not even convinced they really want votes. Mike Huckabee and Ted Cruz could be in it for the dollar. Maybe Ted Cruz wants to be president. I suspect that Mike Huckabee wants to sell additional books and maybe get his speaking fees, get a little raise in the speaking fees. But in any event, Kim Davis issuing marriage license has absolutely nothing to do with her religious freedom, has everything with her to do with her doing the job that she was elected to do. The U.S. government requires marriage license, not God, and now the U.S. government has decided that same-sex couples can now get those marriage license, and Kim Davis has a governmental responsibility to issue those marriage license. And if she does not do her job, what she didn't do, the government had every right to throw her ass in jail, and that's what they did.